Hello and welcome back to Simply Solo Playthroughs. We are here again with our top 5 for the month of December. So, what do you think the number one's going to be? Let's take a look. And coming in at number 5 is Maiden's Quest. This is my lunchtime game, so it usually gets a lot of plays during the month, which, of course, because you get 22 lunch days, well, minus 2, 3, so 19-ish this month. So you draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. You fan them out, and these are the cards you can play. Now the good news is you have an orc. That orc gets buried or cellared as it is, and you get to pick out the next card. You then are able to look at the 5. You have a zombie, which we need to defeat. We can look at our next 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can put these 5 cards in any order that we want, in which case we are going to make sure that our maiden is going to go at this, because we're going to need this, which is a which can be anything. So it'll be able to unlock that door, which will be good. And we're going to, of course, need some of these. So we will be able to draw up 1. So those 5 cards for next time. That card has been finished. We then have to have 4 of any kind. And we only have 3. But we have a diamond, which means we can cellar a card. And we can draw the next card. And when all of a sudden we have more than enough to defeat the zombie. And we get to upgrade 1 card. And we'll upgrade that card, and we will move on to the next turn, where we draw out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. And again, we're going to be able to break through the door. Oh, wow, that's a nice card. And we get to upgrade 2 cards, which would be this one and this one. This one. Yeah. So that's how you play zombie. Bean's Quest, you go on ahead and go towards the end until you come to your rest, and then you flip this over, then you flip it over again, come to this one, 3A, 3B, 3C, and finally 4. You have to be out of the castle by the end, and of course you'll have to defeat the big bad one, which is buried in here somewhere. There we go. She's not a very difficult one. So, and if WizKids happens to be watching this, can we make a print and play of this, since you're not going to reprint it? Please? Let's take a look at number 4. Number 4 is Shards of Infinity. This is not a new to me game. It's not a off the shelf of shame. It's just been on the shelf for a while. Played a couple times this month. It was a lot of fun, and it reminded me that I do have this kind of really cool, this is a kid's toy box, and I managed to set it up so it looks pretty good, and it holds everything for Shards of Infinity, because everything's going to fit in this box. Yeah, I don't think so. Shards of Infinity is pretty straightforward. It is a basic deck building game. You go on ahead and you draw out 5 cards. If you're playing solo, you do need the Relics of the Future expansion. You get to draw a card. That's the wrong place to draw from. We draw a card from here. And we are able to draw 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will draw 4, 1, and increase our mastery to 1. Now, as you do know, I do play this with an app on the phone to track this, because it's a lot easier, because these things, wheels just move like crazy. We then go on ahead and pull out cards. And then we go to the Nemesis turn, and they get all the green cards. Wow. So in this case, they'll be able to draw health, which would be good. They will get rid of a card, another one to get more health, and they will do 3 damage to me. So it goes on like that. You keep playing. 4, 5. And you can go on ahead and damage. And these cards are just gone from the game because there were no champions. And we can go on ahead and we'll do 2 damage over here. See? They just move really, 3 damage. 47, there we go. We have 3 to purchase with. We will buy this and increase our mastery by 1. And that is Shards of Infinity. Oh, look at that. But he's going to sell her 2 more cards. Let's take a look at number 3. Number 3 is Space Hulk Death Angel, the card game. This is a great card game. If you can find it somewhere, please go on ahead and buy it. It is well worth buying, well worth playing. I ended up, for video purposes, making these cards as compared to the original cards, which are the opposite direction, and they end up going north, and they go off the camera really quick. So I had to come up with some kind of a solution, and this was my solution that I came up with. Used their artwork, the whole 9 yards. No, they're not for sale. And the game is pretty straightforward. You have 3 kinds of actions. You have a support action. You have a move and activate, and an attack action. The cards are all numbered. They go in order number from lowest to highest. So we will start with Overwatch. Our red guys can go on ahead and place a support token somewhere. And wow, I did not do a good job on arranging these, did I? I'm going to place it on Brother Goral. And you'll probably see why in a minute. We will go on ahead and move. Your Space Marines can move to any position in the formation instead of just the adjacent positions. So it's kind of, normally you can just move one position, and you can, of course, flip your facing. This is the flank side. So a wall there, they can't see. That's their back side. So that's how that works. And this arrow shows the facing. So Brother Claudio is now facing to the rear. And we have our last card, which is Flamer Attack. When Brother Zale attacks, ignore all rolled. Instead, slay a number of gene stealers equal to the swarm, equal to the roll. So he has... Oh, did I mess that one up? Okay, so Goral is going to go on ahead and move. And he'll, because you can move any, both of them or none of them. So I'll move Brother Zale to that position. And he'll go on ahead and roll. And he gets rid of 2 gene stealers. So they are gone, never to be heard from again, we hope. I crack myself up. You then go on ahead and go the gene stealer phase, where they'll go on ahead and attack. They'll attack Brother Zale. There are 2. In this case, the number goes for the attack on the person. In this case, 2. There are 2 gene stealers. Brother Zale is out. And if this had worked the way it was supposed to, Brother Zale would have the support token, and he'd be able to reroll a 4. And this time, because it's greater than the number of gene stealers, you go on ahead and you're fine. The one catch with this is there is a 0. So it's 0 through 5, not 1 through 6. So there is always a 1/3 chance that your Space Marine will be killed, just like Brother Zale was. You then collapse the formation, and you pull out a card, Secret Route. When there is a door terrain card in the formation, place 2 support tokens on it. That's really nice. And we get 2 orange, 2 green. So 2 of these guys will go to here, and 2 greens will go to here. Brother Goral is in a world of trouble. We then go on ahead and move. Nobody moves. But if this had been down, this unit would have moved because of this symbol. So, that's Space Hulk Death Angel. A great, great game. Well worth buying it if you can find it for a reasonable price. The expansions are not reasonably priced. Just saying. So, let's take a look at number 2. Number 2 on the list is Maximum Apocalypse. Now, this is a new to me game and also off the shelf of shame pretty quick. Couple of things. One, absolutely love the storage for this game. Rock Manor Games, 2 thumbs up. Seriously, this is such great storage. I can't believe how good this storage is. This keeps all the basic tiles plus all your searchable cards. So the game is pretty straightforward. You are trying to get from here all the way over to here. I did this kind of a fun thing for demonstration purposes. But on camera, I would generally put it into more of a square so it's not quite so out there. And it's kind of fun because you can do any kind of design that you want. The more difficult you make the design, the more difficult the game is going to be. You can play with a number of different kinds of characters. I think there's 6 in the Wasted Wilds version, which is what I have. And it's kind of nice because it's a very different game every time that you play with different characters. My favorite is the chef. This guy is a cleric. He does a lot of he does healing and food prep, which is really kind of nice. So we'll have the driver go first. She'll go over here. It does come with standees and minis. No, I have not painted them. I am so far behind on painted minis. That's one action. Draw a card. So we get to draw a card from her. We get a second Uzi. We have 7 rounds. We got a whole bunch of ammo. This is kind of nice. Deal X damage up to 2. Oh, wow, that's nice. I like that. Okay. I don't know if I've played the driver yet. I don't think I have. You can then go on ahead and do a second action, which will be to move here. This is a blue, so it will go to the blue deck if you're searching. Reveal, add a monster token to each orthogonally adjacent tile. These are the tokens. So there's a monster sitting there waiting for you from our monster deck. We don't know what they are. You have to go there first, and the chef is going to find out. So you take 4 actions on each turn. You can go on ahead and search. In this case, you got fully reloaded weapon. That's nice. That is really nice. And there's all kinds of stuff that'll happen during the game. I like the chef and the thief the best, I think, is my favorite combination. But this is just a fun, great dungeon crawling, roguelike kind of a game. That makes me question what's a roguelike versus a dungeon crawler. This is probably more on the rogue side because your characters don't develop from one scenario to the next. Does come with a bunch of scenarios. Comes with the book for the old ones. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do, and this is, like I said, this is just a great game. So let's take a look at our chef. Our chef is going to enter and draw a card. Ooh, nice. And we will reveal a monster. This monster is now attached to our guy. 12 health for the bear. And the first scenario, you do have to kill a bear. So let's see. We are going to deal 3 damage to our target. So our bear will take 3 damage. When the bear does come around to attack, he will attack and will do 5 damage, which is quite a bit to our chef, who only has 26. So that gets him to 21. Again, I will use an app for this to follow, and we will be able to do the frying pan, and the bear will suffer 3 more damage. So it goes on like this, and you'll just keep exploring. You get to you have A and B. In the first scenario, you get some extra cards, and this one is what you need to go. So what you have to do is you have to basically walk here, walk back on the first scenario. And needless to say, choke points like this can get really bad. So let's take a look at number 1. What do you think it is? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, number 1 is Final Girl. This I've been playing a lot of, and I can't win Santa's Village. I keep losing towards the end. Yeah, it's kind of ugly. Final Girl is a game where it's a tableau game where you go on ahead and you have actions that you can take, and you'll do stuff like walk. You'll roll 2 dice. You have 1 success. You're able to then move up to 1 space, which will be here. And you will want to go on ahead and, let's say we got to move 2 spaces, we move here, rescue a person, and that gets down here, which we would then heal, but we haven't lost anything, so we're okay. But you do want to make sure that you heal 4 people, so that way you can turn over and get your superpower, Recover All Heart. You no longer have a maximum health limit. Let's just say this is really nice. This is really nice. I love Mrs. Claus. On the other side, you also have a guy who's going to go off and do some attacking, move toward, look at Final Girl, attack Final Girl, and then move towards the Final Girl. And we'll eventually reveal the finale, as well as the Dark Power, Blood and Cookies. When Krampus kills a victim, leave a present. Presents are really kind of cool in this because there are some good and there are some bad presents. Yeah, Horrifying Vortex, not a good one. Snack from Santa, recover all your health, or get time equal to your health. Time, in this case, is the currency in which you use to buy cards back into your tableau so you can build up and become a stronger person. So, there it is. That's our top 5. Let's take a recap. And this is our top 5 for the month of December 2024. I hope you have enjoyed this. Please make sure that you like and subscribe. Visit me at these other places. I hope that you have a fantastic day and an absolutely great year. Please like and subscribe.